Okay, so you kept your cool, followed your realtor's guidance, and your brilliant offer's been accepted. It's very exciting, but the journey's not even close to over. Now come all the steps so that the home actually becomes yours. The first thing your agent will do, depending on the state you're in, is to open up title and or escrow. Because so much of this step is behind the scenes, it might seem pretty mysterious. It's actually very straightforward. Title is a safety net that protects both the buyer, the seller, and the agents during the transaction. They're kind of like Switzerland. They don't represent the buyer or seller or the agents. They're a neutral third party that makes sure that everything everyone agreed to in the contract actually happens as it is supposed to. The title or escrow officer starts by checking the home's title for any issues. They make sure that the seller actually owns the home and can legally sell it to you. They make sure your initial deposit, also known as earnest money, is in a trust account. In Utah, most earnest money is held in your broker's trust. They make sure that there aren't any liens on the property. They make sure that everyone is doing what they're supposed to do, like inspections, disclosures, etc., according to the purchase agreement. As you get closer to owning your new home, the title officer coordinates with your lender to prepare the closing document, making sure all financial figures are accurate and the terms of the sale are reflected and correct for both the buyer and seller. In essence, title is there to ensure that everyone holds up their end of the deal. All agreements are honored and the transition of the property ownership is smooth and secure. It's a critical step in the home buying process, ensuring that when you get the keys, the home is rightfully and legally yours. While they're doing all that, you're having inspections done. Who pays for them is in the contract. It's like sending the home to the Mayo Clinic for a head-to-toe physical. You want a professional inspector to check out everything: roof, windows, foundation, electrical, plumbing, see if there's any dry rot or termites, check out the well if there is one, septic tank if the property has one, and other special inspections. Your agent can tell you what inspections should be done and what's not necessary. A good agent will always recommend that home and termite inspections be done by licensed inspectors. If they find something that might be a concern, they may advise you to have a further specialist look into it. As a local expert, your realtor should also be aware of other issues based on their past experience with homes in the area. While you're busy with inspections, the seller will be filling out disclosures they're required to fill out. Think of it like the seller telling you, here's what you need to know about this house before you decide to buy it. It's all about honesty and transparency. Every state is a little different in what they require, but disclosure can include things like a death in the property, previous repairs and renovations, neighborhood nuisances like heavy traffic or loud noises, whether there are train tracks close by or airplanes flying overhead. There are also other types of disclosures that the seller most likely wouldn't know about. For example, natural hazards disclosures, lead-based paint disclosures, homeowners association disclosures, registered sex offenders in the area, governmental disclosures, retrofit standards, fire hazards, or radon gas. For buyers, these disclosures are super important because they give you a heads up as to what to expect with the house. It might be small things like leaky faucet or bigger issues like an old roof that needs replacing. Having these things disclosed helps you make an informed decision about buying the home that might even give you some negotiating power. And for sellers, being open and honest in the disclosures help ensure that the sale goes smoothly with fewer problems and no disputes later on. Also during this time, a professional appraiser who is a neutral third party evaluates the value of the home you're about to purchase. It's not just about the numbers, it's about confirming for the bank that the home is worth the loan they're giving you. The value of the home must be equal to or less than the loan plus your down payment. If it isn't, the bank won't finance it. If that happens, you may have options like offering more as a deposit. This is something your mortgage loan officer and agent can advise you on better. By the way, during this period, your mortgage loan officer may ask you for even more information than you've already given them. They may ask for employment verifications or letters explaining where the cash for your deposit came from. They may even ask you for more tax returns. Don't freak out or get irritated by these requests. They need these things in order to make sure a lender can give you the final approval and give you the funds that they need to title with no delays.